Welcome back. Round number 4. Getting into crunch time of our Swiss stage. That's what it's called. For our June Challenge League Challenge. I keep having to remember the names of everything. Dennis Geisler, Ben Mont, here with you. Again, round number 4. We've got Josh Denk and Carter Steadman on the stream now. Both at 2-1. Both can get themselves up to that 3-win threshold with a win here. Both have the opportunity to go for the guaranteed, or still in range of the guaranteed in and guaranteed out of Top Cut. Josh with the Tornadus Incarnate, Urshifu Rapid Strike, Chien-Pao, Amoonguss, Iron Hands, and that Kyogre. Terra Grass with Mystic Water, Water Spout, Origin Pulse, Protect, and Ice Beam. Carter Steadman on the other end with Indeedee Female, Hisuian Typhlosion, Walking Wake, Galarian Weezing, Regieleki, and the Koraidon, Terra Fire, the Ability Shield, and Protect, Flare Blitz, Collision Course, and Flame Charge. It's the Ability Shield Koraidon to go with that Neutralizing Gas Galarian Weezing. This is a fascinating team that Carter has here, yeah.
I really like it.
It's strange.
It's creative.
Mm-hmm. That's a better way to say it than strange.
I can always appreciate a good, not normal strat, but it makes sense.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense, and you do have a lot of... It's also just because of how many weird sources of damage there are, you can definitely go, oh man, what do I do about this? Especially, there's a lot of good Sun stuff here, but the team isn't, horribly reliant on Sun, and you can also get Sun up while stopping the other team from getting, Rain up, for example, because you have your Neutralizing Gas. Not that any of that matters right now. Josh leading the Iron Hands Chien-Pao, Carter with the Regieleki Typhlosion. I mean, both these Pokemon are threatening a lot of damage at very high speeds. Chien-Pao does have the Sucker Punch, so Typhlosion is probably not going to feel the best right now. Might have to Terastallize immediately, or might just have to switch out. But Regieleki certainly, does have the Transistor to do a bunch of damage.
I'm curious what happened here. He may just have to go for the Heat Wave instead of the Eruption.
Yeah, but even then you might have to Terra here, which might be what is happening right now. The Terra, the Terra Fire... Typhlosion, so you're not going to get knocked out by the Sucker Punch, probably. Be pretty surprised if you got knocked out by the Sucker Punch. Yeah, surprising. That would be pretty surprising, but you might still have to just click the Heat Wave. Chien-Pao was Protect instead. That's a smart move to read out that first turn, but still going to take a lot of damage from the Heat Wave here. Ooh.
Okay.
Volt Switch.
Volt Switch. Okay.
Yeah. Does get blocked there. And no, it was Eruption. Man, not even gonna...
I don't think this is gonna...
I don't think it's gonna KO, but it's gonna do more damage than the Heat Wave would have, so not a bad decision, strictly.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that did almost nothing. That did way less than I thought it would, and Wild Charge is going to do a bunch of damage to the Typhlosion.
Oh my gosh!
That's actually just gonna knock out the Typhlosion. What is... Is Iron Hands cooking?
What?
That was a lot of damage. Maybe Typhlosion was very good.
There was no Quark Drive. There was...
Yeah, no Quark Drive, not a boosting item. It just got launched into by Assault Vest.
And no crit either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no crit. Here's the Koraidon.
Wow, that was very surprising. I don't really know what the move is here.
I don't know either. The first turn kind of...
Collision Course. Oh, yes, they are.
Yeah, there is Collision Course. It's the Flame Charge variant of the Koraidon. But you don't have Terra anymore.
Right. So you're stuck with that. There's no fairies, right?
I don't think there's any fairies.
No fairies, that's good.
Still, what do you do about the Chien-Pao Iron Hands right now? You don't have damage for them.
It's just the fact that there's the Sash there.
Yeah, the Sash and the Chien-Pao. So you either have to double into the Chien-Pao, which isn't crazy, but Regieleki you'll have to switch out now. But the thing is, you can't really do anything about the Icicle Crash into the Koraidon. You lower the damage by getting rid of the with the neutralizing gas. Koraidon's just going to Protect anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter that much.
So there's no Icicle Crash.
It was Sucker Punch anyways, which I guess for the Regieleki potentially? Not really sure. Drain Punch into the Weezing slot, not going to do anything with the Weezing in now. Heals back 7 damage.
Wow.
It would have done 14, right? and no heavy slam, so it doesn't really have great damage
That's
against
good.
the Weezing.
That's
Yeah, a
good
lot of
for,
these Iron Hands are moving towards the low kick sets, which are good against so many of these restricteds, but also means that you are lacking one of your other moves, whether it's Wild Charge or Heavy Slam.
Right,
And
you
in this
electric
case,
stab, I think.
yeah, and in this case, it's unfortunate that you don't have Heavy Slam for this specific matchup.
Right.
Rhydon's going to switch out now, so just a lot of switching back and forth for Carter here. Regieleki in. No Transistor, unless Weezing gets knocked out immediately, which I'm not going to write off, because it's going to take a decent chunk there from that strange Steam
Bring it down to its... Oh,
Yeah.
didn't even bring it down to Sash.
Yeah, it's still a good amount of damage, and the Wild Charge into Weezing, not enough for a knockout.
Wow. Wonder what the play is from Carter here. Like, he's kind of in a rough spot still.
Yeah, I mean,
obviously,
you're switching around a
will
lot,
be the fastest
but
thing on the field, of course.
yeah,
Besides a Sucker Punch. But
it's just difficult to see where, like, Koraidon's gonna have to win this game.
yeah, I just really don't see what the move is here.
It's tough. Regieleki does output a lot of damage in, like, it just in terms of electric damage that it does. It does a lot of electric damage, but
Kind of it.
that's kind of it. And, I mean, when you have electric resist...
back.
Yeah. So, Sword of Ruin goes up and Transistor goes back up. Which could mean just getting rid of the, getting rid of that Chen Pao as quickly as possible. Ooh, the Sucker Punch into the Regieleki. That's gonna bring it down to Sash.
Wow.
Yeah, good damage.
Believe that.
Mm-hmm. Regieleki will Volt Switch out on the Chen
Okay.
Pao, so
Gonna
Chen Pao's gonna get taken down, but that's a lot of good damage onto the Regieleki, and as it switches out back into that neutralizing gas Weezing. Still, I mean, you took so much damage with Regieleki there, and it's one of the only things that can win you this game.
Thankfully, it is faster.
Yeah.
If, like,
See what Iron Hands does. Wild Charge into the
faster than
Koraidon.
everything else.
Yeah, not much damage there. Regieleki, yeah, it's absolutely faster than everything else. I mean, it's Regieleki, it's gotta be.
Yeah.
But get the switch in on Kyogre now, which, I mean, the Kyogre doesn't...
Yeah, it's not going to get its ability.
Yeah, it doesn't get to use its ability because of
Which is
the
good.
neutralizing gas, which is good for Carter.
That means, I think we're going to have to see a Terra on the Kyogre here.
Not yet. I think that's the big thing, is like, not yet.
As soon as the Lucky comes back
as soon as the Lucky comes back in, you do have to. But right now, this, like, pure water typing is perfectly fine.
Yeah, this is Mystic Water, so it's not going to be locked into anything. Good.
Mm-hmm. And you can protect in the face of a Lucky as well. Like, there's a lot that you're able to do, and frankly, I don't know what Koraidon does to it right now. I mean, Collision Course would be the best damage, and that's...
It wouldn't do too much.
It'll do an okay chunk. We'll see what it does now. We'll find out.
Maybe like half?
Oh. That is a lot of damage. That is a lot more damage than I thought it was going to do. Like, Kyogre locked the Water Spout, or not locked, but clicked Water Spout, which doesn't even take out the Weezing at this point. That is a tough break for Josh.
Didn't take it out.
That's gonna put this in range. Oh, yeah. Will it knock out Iron Hands in the other direction? It's gonna be real close.
It is. It's gonna be like 4.
Yeah, neutralizing gas wears off, so Drizzle comes back on, so the rain is now in. Iron Hands is damaged by Reaper. I don't think it's down. It's gonna be on a very, very few HP.
It's fine, yeah.
Yeah. Regieleki's in now, and I guess now the question is...
Oh, it only did 1.
Yeah, it did 1. I was gonna say, Weezing was not on a lot of remaining HP, so it wouldn't have done a lot back, but... I mean, the question now is whether... I mean, is there anything that...
Well, we're gonna have to see a Terra on the Kyogre, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, do we have to see a Terra on the Kyogre, or do we just give up the Kyogre, or even play around getting the final Pokemon in, which I believe is that Tornadus?
Yeah, that's gonna take down the Iron Hand. Is the last Pokemon Tornadus?
I think it is.
It is, then you just set up Tailwind and let Kyogre take care of it.
Or even just click Bleak Wind Storm. Even Terra the Tornadus and click Bleak Wind.
Oh, right. Yeah, because...
We can go either way. I think Tailwind is a little bit safer.
Or has... Hardy uses Terra? Oh, yeah, he did. He Terra-fired.
Yeah, he Terra-fired the Typhlosion. I mean, that's the interesting thing is that, like, the Typhlosion... I mean, the Carter's been playing pretty well around this team for a bit now, but losing the Typhlosion at the beginning so quickly is such a big problem.
Did he water spout or did he origin?
I think he water spouted just because he wanted to make sure to do enough damage to take out the Regieleki. But I think at that point you might as well just click Ice Beam. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess make sure that you're doing any amount of damage on both of them, and yeah. Here's the Tailwind. Does Tailwind Kyogre actually outspeed Regieleki? Let's find out. It will, yeah.
So not going to do much to Crydon.
Not going to do much to Crydon, but Crydon does have, like... You have Bleak Wind and Ice Beam to take out Crydon as long as one of these two gets through this turn.
I actually don't know if... Oh, he Flame Charged.
Yeah, I went for the Flame Charge, which boosts its speed, but probably not enough to outspeed. I mean, if Regieleki didn't outspeed, then I don't know if +1 Crydon is going to outspeed in Tailwind. And Bleak Wind almost certainly is enough, and Ice Beam should be enough as well. Crydon will protect.
Oh, maybe he's getting rid of the rain? I don't know if that's over yet.
It might be, but I don't know if the rain matters. Like, just
well, I guess it gives
the chance for Bleak Wind to miss, I suppose. I didn't think about that. I don't think that rain is over though, so I don't know that
it's over yet.
That'll necessarily matter.
No, it's not. And
there's Rain Dance on Tornadus just in case.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if there's any way for Crydon to take out the Tornadus is the big thing, aside from everything else.
Right.
Yeah, Crydon trying to stall out the turns of rain and not going to get to. Bleak Wind should just take it out here. Yeah.
Okay, that was a great game one from Josh.
Yeah, Josh winning game number 1. I mean, again, it was a weirdly played game from Carter, and it was just the fact that Typhlosion was lost so quickly.
It was removed so fast.
Yeah, because now I'm curious. It's like, okay, Carter knows that you can't really play Typhlosion like that, and so if you are going to do something similar,
Chen Pao, because
and it's funny because it wasn't even just Chen Pao. It was the fact that Iron Hands Wild Charge O-coded.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
I was like, wow.
And I mean, at that point, I'm sure Sucker Punch would have KO'd whether or not it was terastallized.
Right. Yes.
So
I think we're going to see a bit of an adjustment.
Yeah, and now Carter knows that that's the case, and so Josh also has to kind of adapt to that fact.
We may even
but Josh also knows that Tailwind boosted Kyogre is faster than Regieleki.
Right, which is big.
Which is very big.
We may even see Indeedee next to the Typhlosion, if we start.
Potentially. Although, I mean, we saw what Iron Hands did.
Right. What does this Indeedee have on it?
Yeah, it is the Rocky Helmet.
Trick Room, Helping Hand in Prison. Oh,
yeah, it's there to block Trick Room more than anything else. Block Trick Room and block Follow Me from the other team, which I'm not sure if that's exactly what Carter needs right now. I mean, you are able to use Trick Room and use Follow Me yourself. I don't think that using Trick Room is that valuable, but having the Follow Me could be pretty nice in certain parts of this matchup, although I don't necessarily think it's ideal.
I mean, stopping the Sucker Punch with the terrain is good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just don't know. This seems like pretty rough for Carter.
We'll see. It's tough. I mean, it's tough playing a team like this. Excuse me, playing a team like this. It's so off meta. But, I mean, he's clearly made it work to a 2-1 record so far.
Was this the same lead as last game?
No, pretty different lead. It's the Crydon in now instead of that Typhlosion.
Oh, right.
Which is definitely... I mean, it's a little less... one, you're able to click Terra on Crydon now, so even if you're worried about Icicle Crash, you can click Terra Fire and not have to worry about that.
Right.
And two, it's also just less frail than Typhlosion, like you're just getting more done.
Yeah, do you think we almost certainly see a Terra Fire right here?
I think we probably do. I don't really see why not. Although you do have to be a little bit afraid of like Kyogre coming in and hitting it.
Right.
But that's what you have Regieleki there for to a degree, and that's where and that's where this gets kind of interesting. Is we'll see the Chen-Pao switch out. This is aggressive.
This is going to be the Kyogre.
Yeah, this is a very aggressive switch from Josh, and I'm curious if it actually works.
The Terra.
Drizzle. Regieleki protects. It could just be a double protect from Carter. And try to see what Josh was going for.
Just get rid of the fake out.
Yeah, and you get to get through the fake out turn. That's the big thing as well, is that you would have lost your Sash if it hadn't protected on the Regieleki regardless.
Oh, right.
But that's decent for Carter because you do have the information of there's a whale on the other side of the field now.
I kind of wonder what his plan is.
Yeah, I mean, you might have to Terrastalize the Kyogre because, I mean, you're not taking that much damage to Flare Blitz in the rain.
Right.
And you can just start hitting these things and hope that you do enough damage to whatever to get through it. And yeah, Crydon's gonna switch out. I don't hate that switch out. See an DD coming in. Okay. So we'll block the
tank of water
priority. I doubt it will at full damage, but I doubt it will be at full damage because we do have Regieleki on the other end.
Oh right, this is the Kyogre.
Yeah, and this is the Terra Grass and the Kyogre, so it's not going to take huge damage against electric moves, and I would imagine the Regieleki is going to just do something like a Volt Switch, as seen there. Although it did against the Iron Hand, so this would have been a full damage Water Spout from the Kyogre. Although I think it's actually going to Origin Pulse, and you can bring in the Crydon back in now to weaken the damage.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was smart. Okay,
there's the Origin Pulse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, doesn't really do anything in the sun, and Wild Charge into that Crydon slot.
A little bit, but not very much.
Not going to do very much at all.
And now this Kyogre kind of has to be scared.
The Kyogre does have to be kind of scared, and also might want to switch.
Right.
But even then, you don't have a lot of great switch targets.
Right. Nothing wants to eat a Flare Blitz.
Nothing wants to eat a Flare Blitz in the sun, and also, you kind of need all your Pokemon right now. And not only do you kind of need all your Pokemon, you kind of need them reasonably healthy, and like anything that you switch in is going to be kind of frail, so maybe you do have to keep your Kyogre in.
Yeah, I don't really know what...
Because you do still threaten the...
Carter's positioning was really great at that turn. Like, he did, I think, what he needed to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kyogre are going to switch out.
Let's go here. And how...
It's not terrible. I mean, it's
like
sashed at least.
Sashed.
Yeah. You can't take multiple hits this turn because Indeedee doesn't have a way to hit, so...
in Weezing here?
It will be the Weezing, yeah.
We may see a Flare Blitz into the hands.
We just might. We're gonna get the Terra for Carter now.
I think it's the Crydon.
Yeah, it'll be that Crydon. Yeah. Also makes sense for it to be the Crydon at this point.
Because, I mean, you're in the fire, and now, I mean, you're in the sun, and Kyogre can't switch in and bring it. Okay, it's Flame Charge. Get the speed boost.
And that is a very nice Flame Charge because,
Sash.
yeah, you bring it down to Sash, which is just Flame Charge, but you also get the damage boost there. And now, what can Chen-Pao do? Because you can't Sucker Punch, you can't... It's gonna be tough. Crydon's really fast. Like, Crydon's pretty fast even before the Flame Charge. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Crydon's gonna outspeed.
I don't know, it's gonna be close.
I think it's gonna outspeed by, like, a lot. +1 is a lot of speed. I mean, Crydon, it's the equivalent of Crydon holding a Scarf right now.
I suppose we'll see. You may be right.
But I think a similar... an important question to ask is Crydon even going to focus on the Chen-Pao? Like, does it want to get rid of the Chen-Pao immediately, or do you want to try to do as much damage to Iron Hands as possible while you're here? Because Iron Hands has the opportunity of just a big Drain Punch into Crydon and just trying to stay as bulky as possible here.
Right. It's gonna be... I don't know. Okay,
Crydon will just protect. That makes some sense, especially if you're able to get like just a little strange steam off onto Chen Pao.
Yeah.
Weezing will take a little bit of damage, but yeah, it does get that strange steam.
No flinch. Good.
Yeah, the flinch would have been huge. Flinch wasn't possible because of Covert Cloak.
Oh, that's right.
A weird little interaction, but yeah, and there's the low kick that Iron Hands wants to get off onto the Koraidon.
Yeah, so he's still at +1, and now, okay, Tornado's coming in. Okay, Tailwind.
Yeah, it's good to get the Tailwind up at some point for Josh. I mean, you have to get the Tailwind up at some point, but the big thing is you have to get this Weezing out of the way so that you can get Kyogre in.
No Prankster. So, he may just Flare Blitz and kill and just.
Yeah, I mean, you
just go
can't.
down.
You can't. Oh, yeah, there's no Prankster because of the
Yeah, there's no
neutralizing gas.
Prankster.
Man, that is tough.
It may just go down.
It might
if he
just
Flare
go
Blitzes into
down.
him. Does this Tornado have Protect? It doesn't.
Yeah, that's really awkward. And there's no Terra or anything to get it away from that.
Yeah, because Kyogre. Terra.
Oh,
he's kind
that
of
is
in a bad
really
spot.
awkward. Yeah.
Carter's playing this game really well.
Ooh,
Okay,
it just goes for the collision course. Yeah.
Into the Iron Hand.
I don't think that's going to knock it out. It does a lot of damage, but it's not going to knock it out. And that does mean Tornadus gets the Tailwind, which also now means that Iron Hands is going to be a little bit faster than Weezing.
Right.
Gets the low kick off, knocks out the Koraidon. That's
Wow.
big. That is very big. Because now what actually hits Kyogre?
Right.
Like, even if you need to take a couple turns to actually get your rain up, what actually does anything to Kyogre? Like, the only damaging moves remaining on this team are Strange Steam and Electric type. Right? Oh, and Clear Smog. Right?
Yeah.
Because it's Indeedee, Regieleki, and Weezing. So what's gonna hit Kyogre? I guess Clear Smog. I guess we're Clear Smog gaming now.
I guess.
But I think at this point you can just click your moves if you're. Oh, and you can even. I didn't even think about that. You can manual Rain Dance.
Yeah, exactly.
For Josh. I forgot that Tornadus had that.
Well, this Tornadus is in danger. It's not Prankster still.
It's not Prankster, but it's under
in the face of
Tailwind.
Electric type.
Yeah, but it's under Tailwind. I think it'll be fine.
I don't know.
I think Tornadus outspeeds. If Kyogre outspeeded, if Kyogre outspeeded Aleki in Tailwind, then Tornadus definitely does.
Okay, at least.
And if Tornadus drops after getting the Rain Dance off, then it's fine. It did its job. The game is over.
There's the Rain
Yeah,
Dance.
there's the Rain Dance. Kyogre should go now, and Water Spout should just knock out both these Pokemon. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't realize Aleki still had its Sash, but
Yes.
it'll bring Aleki
Tornadus
down to
is gonna go
Sash.
down.
Yeah.
Okay, then the Indeedee will come back in.
Yeah, and it's just the Indeedee and the Aleki now, and Aleki
I
cannot
really
do
don't know what's
anything to
gonna go
Kyogre. Yeah, has to click Electro Web. Which, I mean, like, what does it do to Kyogre at this point?
And not even the speed drop because it's covert.
You get to keep the terrain up, but
Yeah.
feeling pretty good for Josh. Not much of a thing to do about this Kyogre right
like,
now.
Last turn, I thought Carter was for sure gonna win.
Yeah, and at this point, it's looking real good for Josh.
Yeah, both players have played really well this game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly seeing where Carter's game plan is coming from with the.
Okay, is the Aleki gonna outspeed? Because he got the
What
drop.
does it do if it outspeeds? It doesn't do anything even if it does outspeed, and it doesn't. Regieleki drops. Indeedee will drop to Water Spout. There it goes.
Yeah.
And Josh Denk with the 2-0 victory. He'll move to 3-1 on the day. One more, and he's definitely into top cut. Already has a chance of bubbling through. Just a nice little victory there. And I mean, I was talking to him like very briefly before the game, and he was like, "Yeah, this could be a problem. There is an Aleki there, and I have a bunch of water types and
And
like
the
Tornadus,
flying,
like 3 Pokemon that are weak to Regieleki." But at the end of the day, Josh played very well around that Regieleki. One, I mean, just a great job in game number 1 with that play at the start. Just get a bunch of damage down on Typhlosion, win the game from there, and then game number 2, playing around, getting that rain back up and winning from there. Just really well played, all things considered. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with round number 5, final round of Swiss. Don't go anywhere.